I would say at the most, I probably just have about 20 years until the settle down really has to, you know, so you might as well use these 20 years to run with it, you know. You know what I mean? Like, you only have so much time before you have to say, okay, this is the time when I'm, you know, eventually going to settle down and just go ahead and like retire, right?
Mm-hmm. And you don't
so
get
eventually
home till 10 anyway, and she doesn't get over usually till 10.
Getting ready to go, Fujo. I could place it here as a reminder, and it's a possibility that I may remember. Any other reminders I can place around, but if I place it here, they'd be moved. Oh, there I am. So basically what I've been doing is looking around at different parts of my place to create a reminder, because I have an important appointment coming up. So if I place something in a certain place, then usually I see that item. I don't know if you do this, but I do it sometimes. Sticky notes are really good because you look at the sticky note and you go, oh, okay. Clearly says what I need to do, either in abbreviation or you spell it out. You spell it Oxford style English, whatever it may be. Previous post I've talked about Peter Brook. Now, when I mention Peter Brook, I'm a fan because of his love for immediate theater. I have 3 of them that I suggest that you check out. One is The Empty Space. It's a book about the theater, deadly, holy, rough, and immediate, by Peter Brook. Peter Brook speaks of the theater of the past and the present, of its changes and of its various forms, and of what we have seen or has seen and sees, and of his own work. Empty Space is brilliantly written, even a static book full of information of the world's theater and the leading work in the theater. This is from Chicago Sun-Times, Herman Shumlin. The Open Theater, with Thoughts on Acting and Theater by Peter Brook. This is from the Theater Communication Group, also available here. Talks about film, because he was a film director. He directed Midsummer Night's Dream with Rooney. Here we have The Shifting Point, which is theater, film, opera from 1946 to 1987. And Peter Brook is a founder and director of the International Center of Theater Research in Paris. Has directed more than 50 theater productions, as well as films and operas. His book, The Open Door, was recently published by Pantheon, and it is part of the Theater Communication Group. San Francisco likes it. One of the artistic geniuses of our time. When I speak of immediate theater, what you're finding in immediate theater, or immediate theater, is you're finding what's immediate. And that's it. Simple. The deadly, of course, is like if you do Guys and Dolls because it's cute. You're only doing it for its being cute, so you waste everybody's time, because cuteness can sometimes waste time. My opinion, Peter Brook's opinion. You're doing it for the fun of the fun. You're doing Guys and Dolls for really just because it's theater. He didn't like that. Holy was anything read. If you read something, then it's holy theater. It Doesn't matter where you read it. Rough theater is something I tell you to work on. Not a bad theater, but something that I guess is prepared or too much preparation. You have to look at rough theater. And immediate is something you discover at this particular moment. Maybe it could be copied. Maybe not. Okay, kids, I put this as a reminder right here to remind me to do something. And I like books, and I put my books in this book bag right here. And it can move around, and I put books in it. It's even got a little pencil holder right here. I made this by hand in Austin at UT. This bag right here. Isn't it cool? Made out of cloth. And this stuff is a different type of material. It's like a sash. It's actually a book bag. And right now I'm using it as a reminder. So we're off for another adventure, but I wanted to talk about Apple and Google. Apple has a navigator called Apple Maps that you can use when you're driving. Google has one called Google Maps. I really like Apple and Google. They're both really good maps to use, but they're different in different ways. Tell me what's different, but the one major difference between Apple Maps and Google Maps. You can leave a comment. Also, I want to ask a question. What kind of reports can you do on Apple? And what kind of reports can you do on Google Maps? So I wanted to talk about a word. I'm going to make it very simple. A word is a word. A sentence is made up of a series of words. That means you use many words to make up a sentence, which always usually ends in a period. But it can end in a question mark too. And a series of sentences will make up a paragraph. Leave a comment if you can define a paragraph. But first, focus on the word. Approaching a Buc-ee's right here, you can clearly see that's a Denton Buc-ee's, and they're very proud of their Buc-ee's. We are going to do a side shot here in just a minute, but I wanted to get this sign. And we are moving over this way. Buc-ee's has actually been made famous by a man named Adam Williams, also known as Adam the Woo. If his name is different, leave a comment. Anyway, that was my pass by Buc-ee's vlog for the day. If you know any information about Buc-ee's, leave it in the comment. There's one in Florida now. I'm listening to Drive By Truckers. The New OK is the song I listen to. I kind of wanted to take note of the amount of trash that we're approaching ahead. And I'm not talking about Drive-By Truckers. I'm actually talking about real material trash. And I want you to look at the amount of birds that actually gather, especially seagulls, that actually gather around this trash. This is kind of like a little quick drive-by vlog. You're looking up to the left-hand corner right here, and you probably can see some of it. They're dumping the trash on the side of the hill, and this trash will blow. Jesus love, it'll blow against some of the fence line. And if anybody knows why they're doing that, leave a comment. I'm going to show you. I lost a bag not too far from there. There's the seagulls. Okay, you can see them there. And then you're going to see a lot of seagulls and birds. Also, you can talk about why there's seagulls there, and they're attacking that trash right there big time. We're in Louisville right here. Why they're doing it on the side of the hill, there's the fence line, I don't know. A couple of vultures are nesting right about there. Kind of see them right there, and there's a lot of them right there. Anyway, you can kind of see on the other side of the trash dump, there's a greenness right there. And I don't know what they're laying there. If you know, leave a comment. But it basically, that would make sense because that might absorb some of the trash, but that might be for another dump. I don't know exactly what it is, and I would like to learn about that. A drone, even a small drone, they can range to be about, I don't know, $1,000 or maybe you might could get them for $200, $300, but it would really be nice to be able to fly a drone over that and just kind of look. I don't know if they allow it, but it'd be interesting to see the top section of that land field, is what they call it, and that's of Carrollton. We're still at half-mast here, and if anybody knows why, let me know.
To expand their footprint and to be able to serve more people. And I think the other thing I would say is that we have capital funds made available through the Economic Development Bill that we'll be able to put to work to support a lot of these businesses.
Okay, I was just wondering, are you watching this?
Yes.
Okay. Another plane straight ahead, traveling across the sky, making news on YouTube currently. We're just making sure that we get that plane about right there. Okay. So like I said before, it's important to treat everybody as your best friend. And what would you do for your best friend? You would go out of the way to make sure that you can, assist them or help them. So as long as you go through life treating everybody as your best friend, you should be okay. It should work out. It really should. Now, I'm basically going to guess that is a robin. If anybody can tell from this distance, from this car vlog, leave a comment. In there, if you can tell that that's a robin. Now I'm thinking it's a robin because it has actually it has a kind of a, hey little robin, it's got kind of an orange, see the orange underneath. If you notice that Robin in Batman and Robin, he wore a little bit of orange under his suit, or like it was in his suit in Batman and Robin. But I think that is a robin. If not, then let me know. But I think in Batman, the one with George Clooney, anybody knows the actor that played Robin, put it in here. He was also in The Scent of a Woman with Al Pacino, Chris O'Donnell. And too late. You have to put that comment in really quick. But Chris O'Donnell played Robin, and I think he had a little bit of that color on his bat suit. If anybody wants to comment about that, could be completely wrong. Leave a comment. I think that's actually a true thing. Could be. That's for L, meaning, loser, but I'm not really, I'm just joking. No, I'm not calling anybody a loser there. I was making that's an L sign. I wasn't, basically what I'm saying is that probably was a robin. But I was doing this because I wasn't really trying to make a point. I saw that this was an L. You can make an L sign like that. This is a B, C, D, E, then F. I think there's a G, and then H, I, then J, K, then L, M, N, O, P, something like that, P, Q, then R, S, T, U, V, W, X, see if that's X, then Y, and then Z. So make a comment on also the sign language thing. Willie, I gotta say something. There's guys out there that are nursing off girlfriends that are nurses. Gotta pull over here by this Whataburger. And the Whataburger has been opened. And it is reopened right here. You can see it's on half mast. If anybody knows what's going on with half mast, I'd like to know. But they breakfast serve from 11 to 11. So there is a time limit on the breakfast, 11 p.m. to 11 a.m.